In this video, I'm going to compare the Samsung Galaxy A32 5G with the Apple iPhone 12 mini. Let's go ahead and take a look. So the main selling point of the Samsung Galaxy A32 5G is that it's Samsung's cheapest 5G phone, coming in at under $300, and you could also get it for under $200 used and on prepaid. You could even find it for $30 if you port in your number to Metro. The Apple iPhone 12 mini, its selling point that it's Apple's cheapest, smallest 5G phone, which comes in at $700 unlocked. The overall size of the A32 is 6.4 inches in height, 3 inches wide, 0.36 inches in thickness. iPhone 12 mini is 5.1 inches in height, 2.5 inches in width, 0.29 inches in thickness. So the bigger device is obviously the Samsung. It's bigger and more thicker than the iPhone 12 mini. As for the weight, the A32 from Samsung comes in at 7.23 ounces, while the iPhone 12 mini comes in at a super low weight of 4.76 ounces. So the iPhone 12 mini for sure is smaller and super lightweight. For those that like smaller phones, this will be really good. As for the build quality, the iPhone 12 mini is superb. It has a flagship build quality with a glass back and just feels really good in the hand, as opposed to the all plastic build on the Samsung Galaxy A32. But remember, this is a sub $300 device. The iPhone 12 mini is $700, so it better have a better build quality. One bonus to the iPhone 12 mini is that it also has a eSIM built inside, so that's very good if you want to add a data plan or an extra phone number. It's very good for travelers, so you get a lot of options for data plans and stuff like that. Also, the iPhone 12 mini is IP68 dust and water resistance, as the Samsung A32 does not have any of that for dust and water resistance. You could dunk the iPhone 12 mini completely in water up to 6 meters for 30 minutes. For the display, you could really tell the difference on where Samsung had to cut corners in order to get that small price point on this 5G phone. It has a 6.5-inch TFT display, while the iPhone 12 mini has a 5.4-inch Super Retina OLED display. On the Samsung, you have 81% screen-to-body ratio. The 12 mini has 85% screen-to-body ratio. The resolution is only 720 on the A32, which comes in with a PPI density of 270, which is below average, while the iPhone 12 mini has a 1080p display and it has a 476 PPI density. So you're definitely getting a better screen on the iPhone 12 mini. For the software, the A32 is running Android 11 with Samsung One UI 3.0 on top, while the 12 mini has iOS 14 on board and it's upgradable for around 5 years. You'll probably get iOS 19. The Samsung A32 won't get many upgrades in software, but it should get 1 or 2 updates, as Samsung is getting better at that. Another way Samsung has managed to keep the price low is using the chipset. It has a MediaTek 725G chipset, which is not too well known. It is not the top end, it's very low end chipset compared to the iPhone 12 mini's super nice Apple A14 Bionic chip. So you have a low quality chipset on the Samsung, and you have a flagship chipset on the iPhone 12 mini. When it comes to internal storage, you get 64 gigs on both of these devices, and they also have 4 gigs of RAM. Although these are identical for the base model on these devices, the performance should be a little bit different. Now, this is only coming into play when you're running 4 gigs of RAM on Android. That's barely enough. That's okay. While 4 gigs of RAM is more than enough, it's hitting above its weight on iOS, because iOS uses RAM very efficiently. The 64 gigs of storage on the Samsung A32 is pretty good considering its low price, but 64 gigs on the iPhone 12 mini at over $700 is not too well. Apart from the A32 having a micro SD card slot, so that could extend the storage as well. So the Samsung wins in the storage department. For the camera, the Samsung uses a quad camera setup. It has a 48 megapixel main camera, 8 megapixel ultra wide, 5 megapixel macro, 2 megapixel depth. iPhone 12 mini has a dual camera setup, 12 megapixel wide, 12 megapixel ultra wide. Although you have more camera options and lenses on the Samsung, you're going to ultimately take better pictures and videos on the iPhone 12 mini. But it's not to say that the Samsung takes terrible videos and pictures. You'll be satisfied with those, but if you're looking for good quality on videos and pictures, the iPhone 12 mini is a flagship in that department. One good thing about both of these devices is that they both offer 4K video recording, which is very impressive on the low-cost Samsung, reflecting 4K with the price. In the selfie camera department, you have a 13 megapixel shooter on the Samsung. iPhone 12 mini has a 12 megapixel shooter. You can shoot up to 1080p on the Samsung, 4K on the iPhone 12 mini. Ultimately, you're going to have better results with the iPhone 12 mini selfie shooter. A bonus for the Samsung as it's rocking a headphone jack, which is good for a lot of people that want to connect their headphones, their mic, or their aux cord to their car for music. The iPhone 12 mini needs a dongle to connect to that, so this is a big win for the Samsung. If you do like to connect wireless devices, both of these devices will serve you well as they both have Bluetooth 5.0. And that way you can connect your smartwatch, your smartband, your wireless headphones and speakers and all other type of wireless devices, no problem. Both phones offer NFC, although the Samsung, it depends on your market or region, and they're mostly reserved for payment services. You got USB Type-C for the charging port on the A32, Lightning port for charging on the iPhone 12 mini. For security and unlocking your device, the A32 has a fingerprint side-mounted reader, while the iPhone 12 mini relies solely on Face ID. Both of these methods are reliable ways to unlock your device. For the battery, the Samsung A32 has an impressive 5,000 milliamp battery, while the iPhone 12 mini has a 2,227 milliamp battery, which is less than half the size of the Samsung. It's safe to say that the Samsung will last you all day with battery life, while the iPhone 12 mini will leave you wanting more juice before the end of the day. Luckily, both of these offer some type of fast charging. You have 15 watts fast charging on the Samsung, which is okay, while the iPhone 12 mini has 20 watt fast charging, which will give you 50% of charge in 30 minutes. iPhone 12 mini also has Qi magnetic fast charging with MagSafe. So at the end of the day, which phone is better? Well, if you're talking about value, the Samsung will definitely give you way more value because it offers a lot of things for a way cheaper price. You can get several of the A32s for the price of one iPhone mini. But if you're looking for a better camera experience, a better screen, and lots of updates, the iPhone 12 mini has you covered. But the Samsung has more practical features like like a micro SD card slot, a headphone jack, and a big gigantic battery. So both of these devices are very nice 5G phones, but the better value is the Samsung. Also, if you like iMessage, FaceTime, AirDrop, iMovie, and lean towards a more video production, I would suggest picking up the iPhone. But at the end of the day, they're both very, very impressive devices. They're very, very nice to use. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.